Hello, hello, dear Sagittarius. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your February 1st till the 15th of 2020. I am doing a love and general spread, the divine spread, as I do at the beginning of every month. Hope that you're all very, very well. And let's take your Karma Dharma position. Sagittarius, please, Spirit. We have Leo. We have the Strength card, and the Strength card does speak of courage, trusting in your own abilities, your higher self, patience, and knowing that you are the master of your own life. Let's take your cards, and I'd just like to mention that we are having a Valentine's Day competition, a free giveaway. One lucky winner is going to win a reading. If you're interested in taking part, it does involve Instagram. So if you're interested, stay till the end of the video where I do go into the details. As well as that, I am covering the February astrology after the tarot reading. So it's this reading does not go for an hour plus. It's less than that. It's just that I've put the astrology on here and the information about the competition. So stick around. I do have the timestamps in the description box below if you're interested. Now we're having a full moon in the sign of Leo on the 9th of February. Also, we're going to have a new moon in Pisces on the 23rd of the month. And also, Mercury will be turning retrograde on the 16th of February. So, let's go into your reading, as I know you've been very patient and want to thank you so much for all that you do and your patience. Let's take your spread. Okay, at the foundation, we've got the Ace of Swords, and I just did Scorpio. They had the exact same card in the same position. Okay, what's hidden from you? We've got the Page of Pentacles. This is the position of what you don't know. In the recent past, heartbreak, Three of Swords. That's not nice to see. I would like to mention also that your ruling planet is going through Capricorn right now, so it's not an easy time, even though Capricorn is your house of values. As well as that, Capricorn is the house of work, having to do the hard work that Capricorn needs. So we'll have a look at that in a bit. We've got another sword here, so you could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra, Sun, Moon or Rising. Let's take the now position, and we've got 10 of Pentacles, so this could be signifying a family situation. What is your goal, your trajectory? Trying to build on something, I see here. In the action and advice, we've got the Judgment card, and Scorpio had the same card right here in the Karma Dharma position. So, beautiful card. I love the Judgment card. Okay, let's come to the outcome. Let's come to the outcome. Very nice. So, the outcome is rest, recuperation, healing. Let's see. What is happening in the divine planetarily? How are you affected here? Death card. Wow. Oh, wow. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got Page of Wands. So that's the general energy. Let's take a look at the astrology for you and see what's happening here. If you are interested in the decks I'm using, they're in the description box below. This is the Black Moon astrology card. So Spirit for Sagittarius. Some of you are on the cusp with Scorpio, so you should go and watch their reading as well. Sagittarius, 7th house and partners. We do have Venus and Mars here, the lovers of the zodiac, that are in a beautiful embrace together. So right next to the Judgment card, what it says to me is that this is another chance. You're having another go. It may not come up straight away. We do have rest and recuperation here, a time of healing. So we'll see. We'll see. I will be taking some more cards, some Sibillas, an angel answer, and my handwritten love messages. So stick around. Let's see what we've got. So in your foundation and around your home and in relation to your security, as well as in the distant past, we've got the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is seeing something clearly, communicating something, being very black or white, standing strong in your convictions as well. But this could also mean of a brand new beginning where your foundation is concerned. Okay, this can also mean severing ties, cutting something out from your life that was no good for you. Now, we've got the Death card here, which is all about that, and the Judgment card. So not everyone is on the same timeline. So, of course, when you watch this reading, it's a good thing, like, once mid-February passes, even, you know, in the near future, it's always good to come back and see. You may be able to find more details about what's going on. Okay, in the hidden position, we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is a message which promises something physical, tangible, something to do with money as well. So the page is holding the Ace of Pentacles, so this is the indication of something stable starting. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles here, which can speak of marriage, but it can also speak of manifestation of dreams, things that are physical, tangible, money, anything to do around family. This is also a completion, so it turns into the Ace of Pentacles. So right now you're at some form of a completion, but what you don't know is that there is either a continuation or a new, a restart, let's say, of something to do with family again, and all the things I just mentioned. In the recent past, Three of Swords could have been some sort of a disappointment, could have been something that set you back a few steps, let's say. A disappointment, maybe what you want to manifest, not here yet. Now, this could also mean health, anything to do with health issues. We do have the 3 and then the 4 here. And the 4 does focus, for me, the warrior is focusing on the 3 of Swords. So still trying to heal. And here is the Ace of Swords, which is right here. So this is a double message. 4 swords, and there it is again. So it's as though you're trying to get to a certain outcome, but you're still working on it. Now, this could mean, of course, a disappointment in relation to love. Some of you may have wanted, I don't know, if you were in a committed partnership or relationship, maybe you're trying to build on something new, because the 5 of Wands, that's how I see it. And this is 5 people not being on the same page, let's say, but 5s are always about change, and therefore it is an imbalance. And this is also around work. It's in the area of where Capricorn is in the chart. So this could be a collaboration with others. Maybe this was even, some of you may also be burning the candle at both ends, even with the Strength card here. But having put in all this work, which is very Capricornian, even if this has for some reason affected you and your health, then this could be rest and recuperation, as I said before. But it's also, this could also mean that it hasn't been easy on you. Yes, there is the payout here with the 10 of Pentacles. The money's looking good, but if there has been some sort of an imbalance, the second chance comes around here in the action and advice. This is your spirit, your guides, your angels, God, giving you another chance, another go at something. And of course, with the Death card here, there's a lot of Pluto here in your reading. And of course, Pluto can speak of commitment, of course, and, you know, Scorpio, the house of Scorpio is also the 8th house, which is your partner's money, money from other sources. This could have even been, let's say, a disappointment where you're trying to get a loan and there has been a disappointment, but you get another chance. There is some sort of an agreement here. We've got a 31, which equals a 4, and this is called the 7th house of partners. So this could also be a new partner coming on board, bringing in the finances, and therefore helping you to move past whatever this disappointment was here. And there is change and transformation. Pluto does power up, I should say, and it gives you strong power to move forward. And also Scorpio can speak of intimacy. So things that have been hidden, the occult, getting intimate with someone physically, emotionally. For some of you, you may have had some sort of a disappointment in relation to not being on the same page where perception is concerned as well. But here, the general energy speaks of someone who's willing to take a risk. This is the minor arcana of the Fool. So therefore, we've got someone who is ready to go on that adventure, driven by their passion, their inspiration. This is very creative energy. This could be the missing link, the missing completion of something successful. We've got 6 wands here altogether, which does speak of success. So this is the general energy. Someone is needing to take a risk to go on that adventure, to send that message out. And again, you could be dealing with a Leo or an Aries. So far I do have. Now, it's interesting to see that we've got a lot of Pluto here, a lot of Scorpio. So we've got Leo, we've got Scorpio, which are very fixed energies, and sometimes they don't like change very much. Page of Wands, let's see what's beneath it. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is right here in the hands of the page. So this, it looks as though your new beginning is in the hands of someone else. Now, the Ace of Pentacles can speak of a new business. It can speak of a new project, a home, a pregnancy, a marriage, a commitment, anything that is real. And this is the hand of the divine giving you this, but are you willing to take the risk? Is it you that's needing to take the risk? This is, many times I see the page that wants to go on that adventure, wants to take that adventure to other areas of the world, okay, to get a wider perspective and see what's going on. And this could also mean someone is ready and willing to take a risk to expand their knowledge, to expand their business to the world at large. But again, as I said, there is a stop and start here. There is work that's being done. It's back and forth. And here we've got the Four of Swords. I will take more cards now. And this could speak of even a collaboration because of the 7th house and partners, it's called. So let's see what this Strength card is all about. We have the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups can be someone who's quite indulgent on anything that can help him escape a situation, drowning out the sorrows, but this can also be a wish fulfillment. Now, it's because it's right next to the 3 of Swords, and we've got the Strength card. I do feel that someone is trying to get outside help in whatever means to be able to manage a situation that's been quite hurtful, harmful. Now, for those of you that have been working really hard and depending on substances or help to get you through a situation that's very demanding for you, it's only going to deter your success. It's not going to help. Way too many cards. I will take the top card, which is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, I did see the Hierophant there, which is Taurus. And Taurus, I wanted to say before that we've got a fair bit of earth here. We've got Scorpio, which is the opposite house to Taurus. Taurus is all about values. It's all about self-worth. So the Three of Pentacles here can also speak of, you know, you're trying to show your abilities, you're being noticed. This could also be others that are here to help you if you are in a situation where you need help. Let's say that you were at some stage depending on others, maybe even disappointed from others. But here I do see that there is a collaboration, a group effort. And this could also be family coming in. Family coming in to guide you, to help you along your path. Now, for those of you that have had a heartbreak where your romance, your romantic life is concerned, I do feel as though you may have had the support of family. And because you did have that Ace of Pentacles, remember, I do feel that even with the 7th house and partners, I do feel that there may have been some sort of a situation that you've had to be very strong to overcome. And this may have happened around the work scene, where there may have been, you know, someone stepping out of a relationship. Let's take the Page of Wands, which is the general energy. I don't know why, but I feel as though this is a message for someone out there, that for those of you that this resonates, I do feel as though with the support of the family, obviously there's been some sort of a situation where maybe even a marriage or a long-lasting committed partnership has come to an end because of a love triangle. And I do feel as though you've been helped financially through family, maybe sending you off on a holiday where you can heal, take time out, and therefore be reborn again. That's what I feel. That's a remote message for someone out there. And of course, doesn't help you get over the heartbreak, but time heals everything. Please remember that. Let's look at the Page of Wands. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. So yes, Five of Pentacles is not easy energy. It's a feeling of lack. For those of you that have wanted to go on an adventure, we do go from the 5 to the 10. So again, I feel the family support. Let's take more cards. Let's look at this Ace of Swords. And we've got the Magician, which is communication, clarity, 2 aces in your area of security in the home. You've got new beginnings where your stability is concerned, your family. And the Magician is, again, communication, truth. Okay, so for some of you, if this heartbreak has been a while back, and time is very fluid, we know in the tarot, if that has been the case, for some of you with the Magician card, because Mercury is retrograding, could be that someone is coming back from the past, and that could be a second chance that you're given. Okay? And, you know, it's going to take time to heal, though. And I feel here with the 4, because 4s are all about our stability, I do feel that maybe faith has helped you get through some situation. Not only the support of others or a spiritual group, but also your faith. Let's take the hidden position, Page of Pentacles, and we've got the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, yes. So the 8 of Cups is moving straight into those 2 aces. This is the eclipsed moon here, which we've had a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Cancer on the 10th of January, that may have been the beginning of your of this situation and of these changes that have come into your life. It feels as though this person has started moving away from something that was supposed to be long-lasting, and maybe some of you have been dealing with an earth sign. Would be more than likely the earth would be Taurus, and you are standing up for what you value and your self-worth, and this is a card of maturing spiritually and emotionally. You're moving into your convictions, new beginnings, as I said before. Let's take that Three of Swords, and we've got the Three of Wands as well. So 2 threes here. You've turned your back. Some of you have really turned your back on a situation where there were 3 people involved. For others of you, you know, these 2 threes here could say that the disappointment that you had with this card here, a second chance at expansion and growth where business is concerned. There's a lot of creativity in this Three of Wands, and this could also mean that you've been trying to manifest more where business is concerned by spreading your wings, doing the, you know, going to other countries, working through the internet, of course, expanding your horizons. We've got another Three of Pentacles. So yes, if this was a fork in the road in relation to a commitment, then I would say that with the support of others here, because this does break down to the Ace of Pentacles, okay, and of course we've got the card of second chance, resurrection. For some of you, you're working through that right now, that fork in the road. You are very supportive where family is concerned. There's a lot of support there. You do go from the 5 to the 10, so that's a quick jump. And that's a risk that some of you may have been willing to take. And there could be children in the picture, and that's why we don't give up something that easily, especially when there is a family situation. Let's take that card, that position. We've got the Tower, which is Uranus. Uranus in Taurus, sudden changes. Because of self-worth, values, comforts, our 5 senses, even the physical body. Now this is winning a lottery ticket, metaphorically speaking. It could be literal for one person out there, winning quite a bit of money. But the Tower is something that hasn't been built well and therefore needs to shift and change. Let's take another card. And we've got the Two of Cups. Wow. Wow, dear Sagittarius. So with the Tower again, it's Pluto, and Pluto does bring transformation and change where a soulmate connection is concerned. This could be a new era, a new chapter for some of you. For others of you, this could be suddenly the divine brings you someone else to fill in that gap that's been left from previously. And look what just turned over here. So we've got the Knight of Wands, the Two of Wands, there we go. 2 of Wands and 5 of Wands, which equals 7 Wands, continuing to push through. And of course the 8th wand is here with this Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands could be someone who is a player, of course, that you may have been dealing with in the past, but I feel that this is your energy mainly. You are stepping into a new doorway, and there is movement here. And some of you may even be moving home. And this could also be just, you know, moving, traveling. As I said, taking that adventure, going on the moving into that new chapter in your life. Now we've got the Page of Wands, which turns into the Knight of Wands, and the Chariot is a number 7 again. It's Cancerian energy. In Cancer, we do have the North Node, which is all about our fate and destiny at this time. So remember how I mentioned that this was the full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Cancer, and that's when you probably around the 10th of January when this situation started showing up for you. Let's look at that Judgment card. For others of you, this could be, as I said, a maturation process where you go from the Page to the Knight. There is growth here. And there is a lot of creativity as well. Quite a few wands. So, as I said, some of you may be dealing with a Leo. Judgment. And we've got the Five of Swords. And this is quite a common card. It has shown up for many. I do see that card as a card of perception, being conflicted, again at an imbalance, not knowing if you're able to do this. And this may be, you may be so using up all the fight within you. And we've got 1 5, another 5, we've got 2 5s and another one. 3 5s we have. 3 5s are 15, and it just happens that every single time that's the number that we end up getting, the 15, which is the number of the devil. And it is still, there's still a lot going on in the sign of Capricorn, and therefore we're all going through some sort of hardship where there's a transformation necessary. It's as though we're moving into a new chapter. But this is asking for you that you've still got work. You can do this though. That's what those cards are telling me. So you've got the 3, 4 and 5 of Swords. And we've got a couple of cards here. We have the 6 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles here. Dear Sagittarius, now this is an earth sign. I did mention Taurus before. I will say Virgo or Capricorn as well. We've got the 6 of Cups, which is a soulmate connection. I did say before that there may be children in the picture. 6 of Cups is a soulmate connection, a connection from the past. This could be you trying to manifest. I see the 4 of Swords as getting closer to Spirit, getting closer to God, wishing and praying for something that is your calling. And what I mean by that is in any situation, because the Queen of Pentacles can also speak of someone who is very self-sufficient, someone who's very good in business, but this is also the mother of earth, which gives a lot, manifests much, and someone who is very capable. This is the mother, the wife, and the business owner. She is the half of the family. Here we've got the mother and the children. You may feel a very strong connection, and you may feel this when you are in a situation where you're connecting with Spirit, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through lucid dreams. For some of you, I do feel that this is your wish fulfillment. This is what you have been hoping for. What could be the blockages? As I said before, could be family. Some of you may have your own children, or could it be that this Queen of Pentacles, who is the mother of earth, has got her own children? Now, as I said, if this is the person that you're committed to, then you probably share children, and I don't know who's stepped out of the relationship, but I do feel that there is some sort of interference here, and we do have a few 3s, right? But I do see a divine connection here with the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups is an agreement, but it's also that soulmate connection again. Let's take on this Death card and see. The Death card, which is Scorpio, and there's the Devil. No doubt you are dealing with a very karmic situation. You are dealing with it's as though your life is being affected by Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. Obviously, the Devil card speaks of restrictions, addictions, toxicity, but also hard work. And Saturn is the maturity. It's having to put in the effort and grow and become that Saturnian leader. But also the devil can speak of a lot of intimacy, you know, a lot of hidden, with Scorpio here in the death card, a lot of hidden and lustful energies here. Now the death card, as I said, it's Pluto and Saturn together are asking for change, transformation. It is a very karmic time. Also, if this is anything to do with addictions, then thank goodness with a lot of Pluto here, you are being given another chance. I do see a motherly support here, a card of innocence here with the Six of Cups. Okay, some of you have got a mum that is by your side, there to support you. Also a family situation, if this is your story, as I started off saying here, that the self-indulgent here with the Nine of Cups can also mean the devil energy and toxicity, trying to escape some sort of a situation. Now the devil can also speak of fears, so fear of change, you know, doing the same thing again and again and hoping for a different outcome. That's not the way it works. Thank God for Pluto, which is more powerful than Saturn. So there we go. That's what you're going through right now. Now it's interesting that your ruling planet, as I said, is there in the sign of Capricorn. So it's not going to be a smooth ride for anyone on a collective scale. But this can also speak of, Saturn can also give the gifts of giving stability and something long-lasting, but it does take time. Saturn is very slow-moving. And the outcome is absolutely amazing. What it's saying is that you will become much more stable. Okay, if this is your partner, this is someone you can depend on. For a lot of you, this is someone new that you've been hoping. You've had disappointments in the past, right? If this is someone new, then this is someone that you're going to feel as though you've known them before. And this, in the now position, you may be receiving the indication of someone that is very stable. This is the Ace of Pentacles that this Queen is holding, as you had the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles before, as in the deck, if you remember. So I want to take one more card on that, Five of Swords. And we've got the Strength card again. So this is saying, yes, you've got the power to do this. One card on this, 7th house and partners. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is Earth, and we've got Leo here very strong as well. So could it be someone that's on the cusp with Leo and Virgo? Let's look at the 7th house and partners. And we've got the Emperor, and the Emperor is really tough stuff. The Emperor, of course, can bring in stability, but the Emperor is also restrictions where partnerships and relationships are concerned. It's asking that you do the work. The Emperor is a card of maturation and growth. This is Aries, Taurus for me. Doesn't have to be. This could be a father. This could be an elder, a wiser. For others of you, if you are already a father, maybe you've been through what you've been through in the past. This could also be a boss, teacher for you, someone that is advising you. This is someone that's very, very strong. Now, the Emperor and the Devil can mean the same thing for me. So it's very Saturnian. You've got to put in the work and the effort, but there is something that pays you here, something that you get in as a reward. The Ace of Pentacles is something that's very stable. This is also money coming through after the hard work. Now, if this is all about career and work, there is much change where that is concerned, but there is forward momentum, and the momentum will be quick with the Knight of Wands. Let's take one more on this Devil, and I will take some Sibillas. And we've got the Six of Swords, which I wanted to mention because we've got the Five of Swords and the Sixth Sword right there, which is beautiful. It's, you know, I don't know why, but when I think of something, I should also always mention it because I was looking at this energy. I knew it was coming. We've got 3, we've got 4, and we've got 5, but we've got the Ace here. So there's the Six of Swords. The Divine is saying that, yes, you are being challenged, but you are moving on from this dark energy, moving on and to something calmer, more serene and more balanced. And that's probably why we've got the 7th house of partners. 7th house is the natural house of Libra, which does speak of balance. Okay, let's take these Sibillas. Now, what's interesting is that we've got the Magician, which is Virgo, as well as Gemini energy. They're the signs that are ruled by the Magician. What is going up there in the ethers is showing, it's reflected down here. The Ace of Swords is going to give you the clarity. Now, the Magician, of course, dear Sagittarius, Gemini is your 7th house of partnership and relationship. So this is all about having the gift of the gab, the gift of speech, speaking truthfully where others are concerned. Let's look at the Strength card in the Karma Dharma position. We have Belvedere, 3 of Cups, being on the lookout but also expecting something to come through. 3 of Cups can be celebration. Here we've got La Matrice, which is the woman lover, very much like a fire sign, very Leo, I would say, and or someone who's just very, very driven, very strong where their passion is concerned, very sexual as well. Okay, let's take another card, and we've got Jealousía, 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is past hurts and regrets. And I do see jealousy here. 8 of Swords can speak of someone that is fearing not being able to be freed by a situation. So I feel that there is... It's interesting, we've got 2 females and a male here. But there is jealousy. One female is at a distance and one is closer. What I want to say is that what I know is that if you are partnered up to someone, or you have been partnered up to someone that shows very jealous, they could be narcissistic, where they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes, as saying that, you know, they come across as very jealous, and they won't let you speak to others easily. They're quick to say that you could be stepping out of the relationship if you are in a committed relationship or marriage. Usually it's a reflection of their actions. So if you have been dealing with someone that is trying to keep you, let's say, for themselves, then this could be someone that is reflecting their own actions. So be aware of that, because we do have the 1 male and the 2 females here. Let's take one more card. And what I want to say here is that I do feel here that because Leo is someone who likes to, you know, they like to be out and about, they like to be up on stage and show themselves, they're like the sun. Here, this is very beautiful energy, very on point, 3 of Pentacles, where someone is showing off their talents, their efforts. I do feel with the Jealousía card that someone's regret their creativity and not bringing out to the world because of fear of jealousy, or fear of, or regret that they haven't done what they're doing now they didn't do it in the past, they didn't take advantage of that in the past, and maybe fearing the time that they've lost. Okay, let's take another card. And we've got Emmanuel, which is the Ace of Wands, and this is like the light going on. A very creative card, a very sexual card, the beginning of a sexual relationship. This is also a spiritual connection and a commitment. So maybe for those of you that are moving into a committed partnership or relationship, you may be regretting the time lost and not having committed to your partner earlier, maybe. This is a spiritual connection with the Emmanuel card. Let's look at the position here. Pluto, Saturn, and Six of Swords. We've got two cards that came out. We have Vecchia Signora, which is a visitor or a maturation process, so something that's been happening for a while. It's the Two of Swords, so needing to make a decision. Here we've got the Ace of Swords, which can also speak of starting something successfully or even cutting someone out. So two and the third of sword is the Three of Swords, but the dispiacere, the Ace of Swords, many times, which you've got here as well, can be severing ties and having a successful new beginning. Let's take one more card, and we've got the Ten of Swords now here. So 10 and 3 is 13 swords. This is the end of suffering. This is Capricorn. And this says that you've got the ability, you've got a mountain ahead of you, yes, but you are climbing to the top and you're going to have the view from above. You can see the world through a different lens, through your experiences. This card is very similar to the Emperor. And because this is the Militare, which is someone who holds secrets, who holds back, but this is effort, great effort. He's on a mission. He needs to climb that mountain. He needs to be successful, so he doesn't tell others about what he's up to. So we've got a transformation here. 13 swords, as I said. Let's take one more. And then we've got the Delirious. This is a neutral card. Delirious from the hard work, from the challenge here, but support through others. Here we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is the Denaro, a successful, a secure new beginning. Why? Because this is something stable. It's like the Ace of Pentacles. It's called dollar. And it's the Six of Cups, which deals with the soulmate connection. And it's also, it does speak of marriage where there is abundance, right? And here we've got Dottore and the healing, which is a 13 again. A lot of Scorpio energies, a lot of transformations going on here. I can see two chapters. The first chapter, very hard, but then moving on to something that Saturn will give you back. This is support from others. After a time, for some of you, of feeling very independent or standing alone, there is support here. There is financial support, family support, support through a soulmate, through a marriage, and healing here, which is beautiful to see. All right, dear Sagittarius, let's take my handwritten cards here and see what's going on. I will be taking one card for each of the characters here. So the main characters here, and I want to say for those of you that are leaving one partner behind, because we've got the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, which can be also, because both are fiery. For some of you, this is the same person. Someone who was a bit of a playboy is turning into the father through their maturation. For others of you, we could be dealing with two different people, One is very much more immature. One could be already a father. And we've also got the Queen of Pentacles, which is the mother of earth. Could be any other sign, but could also have strong water in her chart, in their chart, I should say. But also, I'd like to say that even though here we have the spiritual connection and the sexual connection, these messages which I'm taking now, and I'm just going to take this, but I didn't say where I'd take it, so I'm going to read it and put it back in the pile. Doesn't mean that these messages will resonate with all of you. Okay, we have, I love my freedom. I cannot handle monogamy and being tied down with one person. If you're still interested, call me. This is the Seven of Cups. So this is the playboy energy, which would naturally go on the Knight of Wands. But nevertheless, I'm going to now take a card on the Knight of Wands. So some of you have been dealing with a playboy, no doubt. Let's take that Knight of Wands. And we have, I want you in my life for today, tomorrow, and forever. And this is a wish fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. Let's take the Emperor. We have, my wish is for us to be together forever. And we've got more cups, the Three of Cups. And we know what the Three of Cups can mean sometimes. It can mean three people, gossip. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. And we have forever yours. And this is the Ten of Cups. So this is a divine union, no doubt. Someone who is very, very, extremely happy. And, you know, we did have the Eight of Cups moving into the two aces here, right? So this growth and maturation is taking you to a new beginning, which we've also got the meeting here. And this could be someone that is from your past, from a past lifetime, that you may be meeting up with around about now when you watch this video. Okay? Let's take an angel answer. I do hope that this helped you a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Please, Spirit. Sagittarius would like their answer for the question that they will give you. Let's see if we can give them some enlightenment. Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Archangel Michael. Archangel Jophiel. Sagittarius, Sag, and we have not the right time. So it's all about timing. I'm going to take one more because, and I will read from the book, one more just for another lot of you, because this is not the same for all and it's up to you. So I will take both messages. It's up to you. That's interesting. Not the right time says this is not the right time presently for what you're inquiring about. This answer is not a no, just a not yet. Have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. And let's read, it's up to you. It's up to you. The end result of the situation you asked about is entirely in your hands. You can affect the outcome by taking a proactive approach to solving any challenges. Stand in your own power, which is the Strength card, yes, and Pluto, and have confidence that you have what it takes to bring about a happy ending. Don't wait for someone else to rush in and take charge. In order to come to a successful conclusion, this situation requires your unique perspective and experience. And I feel that here with the Emperor, of course we could always flip the readings around. The Emperor is the one with the experience, the expertise, and the lessons that they've learned. So again, we've got 3 and a 10 here, which is 13, and 9 is 22. 22 cups, let's say. 22 is a master number. I'd love to hear your comments. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Stay on if you want to see what's going on with the competition and within the astrology. Thank you so much, dear Sagittarius. I do hope, again, this was of a chance for you to be enlightened about what's going on. Again, all the best. Talk to you soon. Hello, everyone. Thank you for sticking around for the astrology part of the reading. For those of you that like to know roughly what's going on in the month of February of 2020, hope that you all made it very easily through the very challenging month of January. We're still not out of the storm, still not out of the challenges. I know that mid-month of February until even March, the whole of March, I would say, is going to be fairly demanding and a bit of a challenge, because we're going to have Mars that's going to move into, as you could see, into this sign of Capricorn. It's going to pass over the South Node, then Jupiter and Pluto with Saturn, which, the eclipse that we had on the 10th of January, which was connected to difficult and challenging aspects, was really, really tough. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. As I said, Mars is fire, it's war, it's the ruling planet of Aries. And Aries, the shadow side of Aries can be aggression. Now, Mars can speak of energy and vitality and strength and power. So, with Mars moving over the South Node, which is very karmic, Mars in the South Node, which has to do with past situations, anything to do with what is very familiar, and again, very, very karmic. Mars is asking for us to let go of something of the past. Let it go. That's what the South Node is. It's something that we're supposed to be moving away from. Then Mars will be joining Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and the ruling planet, is in its home sign, which, as you all know, Saturn is amplified in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there, as I said, and Mars also likes to be in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there. Capricorn is governments, government agencies. It's the law. It's anything to do with the warrior, let's say, that fighter. It's the goat that climbs the mountain. And it does speak of integrity and having to do the hard work. Now, of course, Mars will give us the energy, but because Capricorn is very slow moving and Mars is very fast, it's fire, the downside to this can be aggression, passive aggressiveness, or, even Mars, I suppose, in the sign of Capricorn will have to slow down and be patient with doing things that are necessary to be done. So we know that Jupiter expands on everything and touches what is Mars. Mars is, again, quick, fire, challenge, go for it, spontaneity. It's everything that Aries is. Now, Mars can also speak of beginnings. So Jupiter is spirituality. It's something that grows, something that becomes very abundant. So therefore, it amplifies everything to do with Mars. Now, of course, Pluto and Saturn, which are still conjunct, they're still together. We know that Pluto brings transformation. It's, the power. Saturn is the general, let's say, of the planets of the zodiac. And it's very, it needs strategy, needs slow and steady movement. So whatever transformation we've been going through, and this could relate to anything to do with what I mentioned of Capricorn, and Capricorn is also work. It's the 10th house. and it's also our status. So there is a very slow transformation that we're going through now. As I said, Mars can be fire. We know that Mars, Pluto, and Saturn are the malefic planets of the zodiac. Therefore, and with Jupiter coming up to this area, even though there's quite a bit of a space between them, they're like 10 degrees apart. Jupiter is a very big planet, and Pluto is very powerful. And again, Pluto and Saturn are very karmic. So with Mars coming over these two big players, Jupiter coming closer, it's going to amplify the karma. It's going to amplify the difficulties. And again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. With Mars being here, it is like that spark that's going to begin a situation where, again, it's going to be, I want to move forward, but I can't because I've got Saturn here, and Pluto, which are asking for transformation. Now, again, Saturn, very slow moving. He's the Lord of time and karma. So therefore, it's like trying to move forward quickly with Mars, but then needing to slow down. And this will all be amplified with Jupiter very close here. So that's why I'm saying that mid-February, from the 16th of February, when Mars will enter Capricorn, it will start to slowly move over these planets, these energies here. Let's go back to the beginning of the month. What is important in February? We've got on the 3rd of February, we're having Mercury entering Pisces. Let's see that. Okay, so the 3rd of February, as you can see here, we've got the 3rd of February, and we're having, well, it's only hours away, let's say, Mercury will be moving into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the mind. Pisces it's the divine, it's spiritual, it's very creative as well. So we know that Mercury is all about logic, and Pisces is all about no logic, like we're zonked out, we're living in a dream. It's very dreamy-like. So we're going to be seeing things that are very imaginative. What we perceive will be through creativity, through seeing something that is very dreamy. That's what the energy that Mercury gets when it's in the sign of Pisces, and it will be moving over, obviously, Neptune, which is the ruling planet of Pisces. We did have recently, I'm going to say, a conjunction with Venus and Neptune, which can be very dreamy. It can be the divine love. It can also be money, let's say, through creativity. Okay, and but we did have Venus that was squaring over to Mars. Mars and Venus are very, they're the lovers of the zodiac. And the square is not easy, so it's as though we've turned some sort of a corner. Maybe even with Neptune being the illusion, maybe there was some sort of an argument or a misunderstanding where, relationships are concerned. Now, Venus is very strong. She loves being in Pisces, so that gives her more power. And anyway, let's go on to the 7th of the month, which is, now the hours may be a little bit off, doesn't really matter. Venus is going to enter Aries, and Venus turns from dreamy, romantic, let's say, very sacrificial. She turns into the warrior queen, let's say, where she actually she goes towards and she wants to take a risk on love. She's action orientated. She's ready for new beginnings. And she does become the warrior queen, as I said. So very fire, Aries is fire, so very fire stricken. She's ready to go for what she wants, and that gives her the energy, obviously. So full moon on February 9th. So let's go on to the 9th of the month. We're having a full moon. Yes, so the full moon will be in the sign of Leo, and it is at 20 degrees. So it is obviously it's the time of Aquarius, so happy birthday if you are an Aquarian. Okay, so 20 degrees is, if you have, let's say, something in your chart, for those of you that are familiar with your charts. If you are not, please go to astro.com, put in your details there for a natal birth chart, put in your birth details, the exact time if you know it, and you can get your natal chart. You can see where all your planets are. So yes, if you've got something around the 20-degree mark, obviously this full moon will be touching on your life. Now, full moons are culminations. It is some sort of completion. Leo is all about the heart. It's the child that wants to go out and play. It's all about flirtation. It's all about creating something of your own. It's a risk that you're needing or wanting to take. And Leo is also the heart. So it's also bringing things out and showing the world. Okay, now, being the star, being up on stage, that's what is culminating here with the full moon in Leo. Now, what I wanted to say also is that for those of you that know which are the important points, let's say rising, the ascendant, the descendant, the midheaven, and the IC, right? So those points are very important in the chart. So if you do have anything on those points connecting to the full moon, even in, with the full moon close to one of these very important points, it is a very important time for you. So I want to say, because the full moon is in Leo, obviously it is some sort of a combination also, which will be affecting the rest of the fire signs. So Aries and Sagittarius, as well as Leo, will be the most that are affected. Okay, let's go into the next transit. As I said, the 16th of the month is when Mars will be moving into the sign of Capricorn. Now, it is showing up in Sag. I don't want to go hours forward, back and forth. Anyway, so Capricorn will be moving into the sign of Capricorn, as I explained earlier. And what do we have here? On the same day, we are actually having Mercury turning retrograde. Now, let me go forward a few hours so I can show you that. Okay, so I just moved Mercury forward so you could see how it will be retrograde. And of course, it's on the 2nd of February, it will be moving into its shadow period. So on the 17th, well, I'm in the northern hemisphere on the 17th. So for others, it could be on the 16th, depending on, it's only hours difference, nevertheless. So yes, it will be turning retrograde, and it will continue up until the 9th of March, when it will station to go direct. So it will leave its retrograde shadow zone, let's say, at the end of March, on the 29th of March. So we're talking roughly around 2 months, both shadow periods in the beginning and in the end. But the retrograde is usually around 3 weeks, maybe just over. So, okay, a couple of days after that, we're having the sun move into Pisces. Okay, so here we are, and the sun moving into Pisces. Again, happy birthday to you, Piscean people, and wishing you all the best on your birthday. This is a very important time for you in your lives. Okay, our birthday month is always full of blessings. So, and obviously, very soon, in the next few days, you get your new moon, but I will get to that. We've got one more thing to mention on the 20th of the month, 20th of the month, we have Jupiter sextiling Neptune, and where are we? Jupiter in Capricorn, which is sextiling over to Neptune, and we know that we know that Jupiter expands on everything. Neptune is very dreamy. Sometimes, a sextile is very positive. So this is the first consecutive of 3 meetings with Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune in Pisces is very strong. Again, very dreamy. Could be those rose-colored glasses. It can be a very spiritual time. Both Neptune and Jupiter are very spiritual. And we know that also with Jupiter, it's all about our belief system. So it could also include any connections with people from different backgrounds as well. It is a time of generosity and compassion. That's what Pisces is. And this is expanding, obviously, with Jupiter as well. So, as I said, this is the first conversation with these 2 big planets. And there's 2 more, which will be, I think the next one will be sometime in July and then in October. Now, also the last very important thing is the new moon on the 23rd. We're having a new moon in Pisces. As I was saying, dear Pisces, this is your annual new moon. It's a very lucky time for you, very beneficial. Make sure, and I'm talking to everyone now, to set out those intentions. Send your wishes out to the divine. Pisces is the divine. This is an amazing time for letting the divine know what you wish to bring for you. And you never know, in a matter of 6 months, this could be what will happen for you. Okay, now let's go a few hours forward, since we know that with new moons, we've got the moon and the sun together, as you can see here. Here we go. The sun and the moon at 4 degrees in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so new beginnings, that's what new moons are all about. And it is happening at 4 degrees. 4 degrees roughly of Pisces. So again, for those of you that have your birthday, 4 degrees would be the first decan of the sign of Pisces. So for those of you that have your birthday on the first days of the season, the Piscean season, for you it's especially very important that there are new beginnings, and this is a wild card for you, a very, very lucky time. All right, everyone, so I think I will leave it at that. Soon, just one last thing, we're going to be having not very long, a couple of months to go before the nodes are going to change from Cancer, Capricorn to Gemini and Sagittarius to that axis. So I will get into that when we get to that time. Thank you for listening. Hope that this was a little bit of enlightenment for you, for those of you that are astrology lovers, beginners mainly, because we don't go very deep into the astrology. Just a last thing that I want to show here is that I don't know about you guys if you've had any synchronicities or anything like that recently, but what I keep seeing is 444. 44 is everywhere. Usually I'm the person who sees number 11, and that's why I've called my channel Divine Debut 11. But the past month, I would say roughly, it's 444 all the time, and they're angel numbers. So it's saying that, to me personally, it's saying that whatever difficulties we're all going through, the divine is still there looking out for us. So for those of you that have been through hardship, and it's most of us, since the beginning of the even end of last year, know that this too will pass, and always positive thinking brings a positive outcome. That's how energy works. So again, thank you very much. Wishing you all well. Talk to you very soon. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Letting you know that I am hosting a competition for Valentine's Day and what that will include. So the winner will be able to win from me a 40-minute love reading using tarot. Okay, so if you'd like to enter, this competition is going to be done through Instagram. So what you need to do is, first of all, I have my Instagram link in the description box below at Divine Debut 11. So if you don't know how that's spelled, please check it out in the description box. What you need to do is go to my Instagram, find the post about the competition, which will be up there. You also have to tag 2 friends in the comments. Okay, so we will be choosing from the people who have tagged 2 of their friends, obviously. Also, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. Now, the more times that you comment, the higher your chances are of winning. Okay, so the winner will be chosen from the comments, okay, which we'll be checking that they have tagged 2 friends. So the competition is going to start from as soon as you can find that post about the competition. So you could start to enter. The competition will end on the 11th of February, so on the 11th of the 2nd of 2020. Okay, very important date. Now, the delivery of the prize will be for the lucky winner on the 14th of February. I should say that the reading will be done before that, but they will receive it and in relation to Valentine's Day. So they may receive it the day after, on the 12th, on the 13th, at the latest on the 14th. Okay, so you have to contact me through Instagram. Okay, that's the only way that you can enter this competition. And it is my pleasure to do this for you. One lucky person, as I said, will win a free love reading. I would like to thank you all so much for all that you do for my channel. This is me giving something back to you. I do receive your love daily, and this is just something extra for Valentine's Day. There will be more to come, more competitions like this. For those of you that are interested in what's happening with me, I am settling in slowly in this new environment. It takes a while though, and being a Virgo, everything's got to be perfect. So look out for more coming from my channel. And also, I would like to wish you all good luck, and I will be announcing the winner. Obviously, I will be posting it on Instagram, so you know who the actual winner is. All right, thank you all so much, and talk to you soon.